Day 4, let's get into it. We have 909 versus 128 Grazer and 910 versus 856. Let's get straight into it. 909 versus 128 Grazer. We've already met 909 from a previous day, so we're going to jump straight into 128 Grazer's bio. Grazer's a big deal. With her blonde ears and light brown fur, she's all about commanding respect without saying a word. She's a seasoned pro at motherhood, raising her third litter this year. Other bears know to give her space. She's not one to mess with. She's smart, fishing where she needs to, and avoiding the crowded Brooks Falls when the salmon are plentiful elsewhere. After winning Fat Bear Week in 2023 and 2024, Grazer is an experienced contender and isn't backing down this year. And then for personal lore that I have gathered, well, we already know that she competed in 23 and 24. That's what they said. And was the winner, but did you know she's also been competing since 2015? You know, on and off, not every year, but most years. So she is very well versed in Fat Bear Week. And it must be, I can imagine, you know, from 909's perspective, it'd be pretty intimidating to have all these expectations of, you know, Bead Nose having been so successful and not, you know, managing to get past, being immediately eliminated every year until, you know, finally getting to that second round, only to be met with 128 Grazer of all bears. Like 128 is a very, very successful bear, clearly. Very seasoned pro. So I would be nervous too. And I think that, you know, despite the anxiety there, they're very close. Like extremely close. I'm really shocked at how high the percentage was. I think this should be much closer to 50-50 just because look at the size here and look at her size here. I mean, this is a different angle, but look at the beginning photos. Like they're unbelievably similar. I thought it was very interesting that Grazer ended up winning this instead of 909. I mean, I'm not surprised because of, you know, people let their emotions get in the way, and I will say that she's looking a little thicker around the legs here compared to 909. Like, you know, this little bit of chub there is chubbing a little harder than that. She does have a bigger neck hump here, but that could just be fluff, honestly. You know, her neck is, Grazer's neck is definitely thicker than 909's. So I do think that, you know, Grazer's win is deserved. But I think that it should have been closer. I think that there's a little bit of bias here because 128 Grazer is a fan favorite. She is one of the, you know, those original bears that has been competing for years and years and years. So I think there might have been a little bias there. So the official vote was 70%. Tumblr was 77%. And my favorite comment was Grazer supremacy by Switchback Hyperloop. All caps. Love it. 10 out of 10. But let's take a look at the next set. 910 versus 856. This is once again a potentially controversial one, but I do think the public made the right choice with this one. So let's get into 910's bio. With grizzled brown fur and that trademark head throw in fishing, Bear 910 knows how to catch salmon in style. Like her sister 909, Bear 910 was raised by Bead Nose and has become a pro at fishing the falls. She's a skilled angler through and through. After raising her cubs, she's enjoying the freedom to fish more and pack on some serious body fat. Her time as a free agent might be short-lived. She's likely to become a mom again soon, and we know she'll excel at it. Bear 910 versus 856. As they covered, she is the sister of 909, who we just saw, and this is her first year competing. So there's a lot of expectations, and she is going up against 856. And this is, I would say, it's also pretty, like, they're pretty comparable bears. I do think that 856 does have a slight edge in the leg department, and it is a little, no, this is the thing, is I don't like these water shots. I really wish we could see, like, the full leg. Like, where does he actually end? Is it there? Is it there? It's really hard to tell. It could go either way. I really think, just like with her sister's pole versus 128 Grazer, I think that it was just, I think it should have been a tighter pole. Like, I do think that 856, you know, yeah, probably has a little bit of an edge, and made sense that he won, but 9-10. I mean, she's a big girl. So, anyways, the official poll was 81% and Tumblr was 83%. As for comments, I see there was nothing interesting. It was just stuff like Fat Bear Week 2025. There's nothing, no real comments there. So that's that. That is the end of day 4. Someone's got to lose, unfortunately, and I do think that both of the sisters made an extremely valiant effort, and I think that that should be commended. I do think that those races should have been tighter. I think that, I don't think they were as much of a slam dunk as the public made them out to be, and that there was probably some favoritism going on here, especially in 128 Grazer's point. So, yeah, that's it. That's the end of day 4, and tomorrow we're moving on to the semifinals.